Test 20. Rewrite the following passage, adding commas, capital letters and full stops. You should end up with 8 sentences. Here is the passage we will be working on. Pavel loved to play chess. It was his favourite hobby. He spent many hours studying tactics and strategies to improve his skills. He would sometimes enter tournaments and pit himself against other top players. Pavel usually did quite well, and he even occasionally won the top prize. He tried to encourage his friends to play too, but they were not that interested. They preferred to play computer games. The most popular choice was Minecraft. You can hear that this sentence is far too long and needs to be split into individual sentences in order to help us read it more clearly. The first thing we should do is to use a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. Apart from the fact that words at the beginning of sentences should always have a capital letter, in this case we have a proper noun. The name Pavel needs a capital P wherever it's placed in the sentence. Then we can read on to find out where this sentence should end. The sentence starts with, Pavel loved to play chess. It was his favourite hobby. We have 2 ideas here, the fact that Pavel likes to play chess and that it's his favourite hobby. But because these 2 ideas are not joined with a connective, it means we must split them with a full stop here. The new sentence now begins with the word it, and this should have a capital letter like this. The next idea in the sentence says, it was his favourite hobby. He spent many hours studying tactics. But again, here we have 2 ideas and no connective joining them. So it means once again we have a short sentence containing 1 idea. And we should end this sentence with a full stop. It was his favourite hobby. The next sentence begins with the pronoun he. Pronouns are often used to begin new sentences. Here the pronoun he is referring to the person we started talking about at the beginning of the passage, Pavel. He spent many hours studying tactics and strategies to improve his skills. He would sometimes enter tournaments. Once again, we have lots of ideas here, and we'll need to split them to make them make sense. He spent many hours studying tactics and strategies to improve his skills is 1 idea, and he would sometimes enter tournaments and pit himself against other top players is another idea. Because there is no connective, we need to put a full stop after the word skills. This sentence now reads, he spent many hours studying tactics and strategies to improve his skills. The next sentence begins again with the pronoun he and contains the idea about Pavel entering tournaments and pitting himself against other top players. This time we have a connective in the middle of the sentence here, the word and. This joins the idea about Pavel entering tournaments and the idea about him pitting himself against other top players. Because the connective and is used to join these 2 ideas together, this sentence now makes sense, and we can put a full stop after the word players like this. Once again, the next sentence starts with a proper noun, Pavel's name, and we know that this should have a capital letter at the beginning like this. Pavel usually did quite well, and he even occasionally won the top prize. He tried to encourage his friends to play too. You can see how the pronoun he starts a new sentence. So we should place a full stop after the word prize, and you can see the 2 ideas here are joined correctly with a connective. Pavel usually did quite well, and he even occasionally won the top prize. The next sentence needs a capital letter at the beginning, as ever, and then we can read on to find out where it ends. He tried to encourage his friends to play too, but they were not that interested. They preferred to play computer games. We have several ideas here. First of all, he tried to encourage his friends to play too. Then the connective, but, joins the next idea. They were not that interested. They preferred to play computer games. This is 2 ideas, and there is no connective joining them together. It means the full stop should come after the word interested, like this, and it now means this sentence reads as such. He tried to encourage his friends to play too, but they were not that interested. Then the next sentence is about them preferring to play computer games. This needs to begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop. There is no connective, so we know the final sentence begins with the word the and ends with a full stop after Minecraft. The last two sentences now read like this. They preferred to play computer games. The most popular choice was Minecraft. Because Minecraft is the name of a game and therefore a proper noun, we should make sure that it has a capital letter like this. We now have found all 8 sentences in this passage, and I can highlight them to show you where each one begins and ends. Of course, you won't be able to do this on your answer paper. This is just a good way of showing where each of the sentences sits in order for you to be able to check your answers. The first sentence says, Pavel loved to play chess. The second sentence says, it was his favourite hobby. The third sentence says, he spent many hours studying tactics and strategies to improve his skills. The fourth sentence says, he would sometimes enter tournaments and pit himself against other top players. The fifth sentence says, Pavel usually did quite well and he even occasionally won the top prize. The sixth sentence says, he tried to encourage his friends to play too, but they were not that interested. The seventh sentence says they preferred to play computer games. And the eighth and final sentence says, the most popular choice was Minecraft. Use these answers and compare them against the answers that you gave. Check to see that you've put full stops and capital letters in the right place and make any corrections where necessary. I'll now show you each one of the corrections that we made more clearly, like this. You can now use these corrections to compare them to your own. Make any corrections where necessary, and when you've finished and all your sentences are complete, you've finished the last test in this series. Well done.